Alright, let's get to it. It has been a really long time since I've done anything YouTube related, and I don't know, this feels weird doing this again. But I'm doing this for a few reasons. One, I want to start making some build videos just to share with my clan. Hey guys. Two, it gives me something fun to do. And three, this one specifically is for a individual on TikTok. I happened to be scrolling today, or maybe it was yesterday, and someone by the name of One Tired Warlock, Ducky, I think? Yes, Ducky. Popped up and was asking for Titan builds for their kid, whose name is Tiny Titan, and it melted my Titan heart, and I wanted to make a build for him. This is not a crazy build. This is a kind of basic but kind of fun, useful build. What you're using this for is kind of just add clear and super spam. So it requires a couple of things: Void subclass, the Monte Carlo exotic, and Doom Fang. These three have some fun synergies. So, Monte Carlo. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully recharge your melee ability with each kill. We're going to abuse that in order to use Doom Fang Pauldron. We're looking at two very specific things on here, although the escalating void damage buff is also nice. Defeating targets with void melee grants super energy. While Sentinel Shield is active, defeating targets with melee attacks recharge Shield Throw, which extends your super on hitting a target. So these two essentially allow us to play into super spam, Monte Carlo giving us back our melee super quickly, and Doomfang allowing us to regen large portions of our super energy every time we get a melee kill. You can get your super back incredibly fast using this. I like to take advantage of a couple other things with this. I use hands-on in order to get a little bit extra super energy, and I also use heavy-handed to get an orb of power, which feeds into our subclass while also giving us a little bit of super energy. To take advantage of this build fully, you do need to be on Void Titan with the Sentinel Shield ability. Barricade doesn't matter. You do need to be using Shield Throw, and it's whatever grenade you want to use or you think is the funnest. For aspects, I went with Bastion, although this could be swapped out with Offensive Bulwark so that you can get the extra Sentinel Shield. I just kind of like using the Barricade to have the Overshield for a kind of whoops, I need a little bit of health situation, but it's easier to spam the super with Offensive Bulwark if you want to use that instead. And Controlled Demolition, is used to basically make everything we hit volatile, whether it's with a void ability or with volatile itself. It makes it very easy to spam destruction around you. For fragments, I went with Echo of Starvation. This gives us Devour every time we pick up an Orb of Power, which we're going to be doing very frequently since we're going to be playing up close and personal with a melee build that's generating Orbs of Power for us. Devour is going to allow us to heal on kill, and it is also going to allow us to gain some additional grenade energy, allowing us to spam that as well. I also went with Echo of Leeching. Melee final blows start health regeneration for you and nearby allies. I did Echo of Persistence. This basically allows us to buff our Overshield and Devour even more by letting it last longer. And Echo of Expulsion is kind of just on here for fun because it makes Void ability final blows go big boom. Your mods don't really matter beyond that. It's kind of whatever your personal preference is. As said previously, hands-on is very useful for making sure that you're getting the extra super energy, allowing you to spam it more frequently. And then you also have heavy-handed, which is going to help you get orbs of power. You also, if you wanted, could combine this with a melee kickstart. I just don't feel like it's necessary, just based on the fact that you're getting your melee back so quickly. However, it is there if you need it. So the gameplay loop is going to be to throw out your abilities and deal some damage on the battlefield. You're going to throw out your grenade, throw out your melee, get that damage going. Ideally, you're going to generate an orb of power from that, as well as some super energy, get Devour going, and you're just going to be pumping. As long as you don't do anything kind of super crazy or super high-end, it's kind of hard to die with this build, although you will see me die in this footage potentially, as I am quite sleep-deprived at the time of making this video. And then repeating that process as necessary until you unlock your super. Once you unlock your super, you're balancing between punching things and throwing your shield. Every time you throw your shield, you're going to regen a portion of your super energy based on the amount of enemies you hit/kill. you can regenerate your shield by smacking enemies with your shield. So you're going to throw, smack, throw, smack, throw, smack, and as long as there are enemies to kill, your super can go on infinitely. There's a clip that I do not remember the name of the person who did it, but he had the Sentinel shield going for about 10 minutes straight because the ads kept spawning in and he never ran out of super. Eventually the super will run out though, but it's very easy to very quickly get that super right on back. I hope this video helps you out. I hope that this is a build that you take and that you can enjoy. This is not some super crazy endgame build. This is just a fun, I want to mess around a little bit build for casual to mid content, which I think that Tiny Titan is going to greatly enjoy, or at least I hope so. And anyone else who might find this video interesting. If you like the video, like it, I reckon, share it with some friends, and yeah, that's about it.